Now,
And I
can't see the red. I can read the.
All right, welcome everybody to the Public Arts Commission meeting for Thursday, April 27th, 2023. I hope everybody can hear me through my mask, and if not, I apologize. John, I know last time because we met in person, you said, I think that we don't have to actually establish a quorum because we can look and see that we have
Well,
enough.
that's how we establish it. We don't have to do a roll call
Okay.
to establish. a quorum.
Okay. So before I, make a bid for moving one of the items on the agenda, let's go ahead and see if there are any public comments for items not on the agenda. We do have a member of the public.
John, is there anybody
Nope.
watching? Okay,
Nope.
I could, can you tell us where that is? I'm sorry. I print it out.
Okay, I would, let me take a quick look. I would
Oh,
like
thanks,
to make a comment for an item not on the agenda as Monica PQ public person. I did see our newest piece of sculpture that went in today, very exciting. First and Main Street, I believe.
What's the first one?
Third and Main, is it third or?
Third.
Oh, third.
We have two both this week. It's Third and Main and.
Okay, you're right, it's
Edith
third, you're right.
and-
Apologies, third and Main, and the thing I wanted to bring to the attention of the commission is that there's a sign for Arts Los Altos right outside, right next to our sculpture, saying like, come see our newest exhibit, with an arrow implying that it is our
Their
work is their
exhibit.
work. So I am very concerned by that. I don't know, because it's on an agenda item, we probably can't discuss it. But I would like to perhaps have a special meeting to discuss what we can do about it and get that fixed, or get our own A-frame that can be up at all times just to counteract that. So,
We can put a plaque for the sculpture that says Public Arts Commission.
yeah, but the plaque is flat on the ground as opposed to this
It would
big
be on a stand.
multicolored A-frame that grabs people's eye.
I would have to check with the staff, without getting too far into it, check with the staff who approve it, but there may not be anything we can do.
We could put up our own A-frame.
Do you mean to close the door?
Yeah.
No, close it.
Possibly. Might be something that we can do. I'll have to look into it.
Could we have a quick meeting with Anthony and then decide if we need a special meeting?
I can talk.
Can you get back to me by Monday on that?
Maybe.
So speaking of new art sculptures, Rosita Parks sculpture is up and it looks great.
This is the blocks with all the
Yes.
colors.
Yeah.
When did he actually come? Because I went when he was supposed to be there.
I don't know what time he got here.
Oh, okay.
The Saturday, the guy that blocks was there almost all day. Took him a while to.
I was there in the morning when he was supposed to be and he was.
He might have been late.
So he might have been delayed.
All right, so John, you'll get back to me
Yeah.
sooner rather than later, and we'll decide if we need a special meeting. All right, then I would like to move from our agenda something that isn't actually a numbered item, but informational items. I'd like to move that first on our agenda, and I believe informational items would come from John. John, can you discuss, please, what is going on with our commission?
Sure. So the city council on Tuesday met. They've been going through a process of looking at commissions and how to make them more efficient and how to provide the proper support for the commissions. They have decided to combine the Public Arts Commission with the Parks and Recreation Commission into a Parks, Art, Recreation, and Cultural Commission, which will have a number of responsibilities. A lot of it would be what the commission is currently doing. And so I don't know when that will go into effect, but that will be the next step is at some point, this commission will merge with the Parks and Recreation Commission. We'll probably reach out to folks individually to see if they have interest in serving on that commission. So we kind of have an idea of how many people we might have, because if we just combine the two, we'll have, I think we'll have 10, which is.
Well, in September 2023, we won't. There's a bunch of people that are tapped out in September 2023.
If we keep the same terms, yes, you're right,
They,
so.
they didn't make a conclusion, at least when I was listening. They went from talking about the commission to a break, and then they went to housing. They never summarized.
I think they were
it.
trying to decide because there are a couple of commissions that have 7 people, the recommended staff recommendation was 5.
Yeah,
Whereas people from those commissions said we can't do enough subcommittees, so.
And they were supposed to circle back, and then they didn't.
I think because housing, I know has to be talked about. so.
Yeah,
but so that's where they're at right now. You know, my hope is that the work that you all have been doing will continue and will move forward. I do see a lot of
Synergies?
synergies between parks, recreation and arts. You know, of course, a lot of what you all as a commission plan and carry out happens at the community center, which is a recreation facility. So they'll be able to provide a lot of support on that as well. So again, I'll keep you updated as I can, but that's kind of where we're at right now.
thanks.
Thank you. Were there any other informational items?
No, well, so we hit 2 of the new sculptures. There was a third new sculpture which went in at the corner of Los Altos Ave and Edith Avenue. In that little corner that has,
Thank God.
I need something.
That needed something.
Do we have any new funds coming in?
I'm sure we have lots of things. I don't know the exact amount, but we have more projects that are getting approved and moving forward. So
Dana, did you have a question?
Yeah, I did. All of the art that we chose from the call to art that's being installed. How do we know, are we buying, do we know for sure how much we're spending, what we've bought, what's on loan, what's free, what we're leasing, whatever?
So all the pieces that are being installed as part of this call for art are receiving a $1,500 stipend,
Okay, and that's it? Okay,
and that's it. And then, you know, everything else is based on, you know, recommendations from the commission and whatnot, where I don't think there's any other pieces that the commission has recommended purchasing or.
okay.
We have an inventory, a spreadsheet of
Yeah.
what's owned and what's leased or.
Oh, yeah, I just mean the
Whatever.
new stuff, how much we've eaten
Yeah.
into our budget. And so what, there were like, I don't know, 15 pieces. I'm trying to recall, something like that.
Yeah, I think it got down to about 10.
10. Okay, so that's only 15,000.
I don't think I have a list of that, do I? Did we get it at some point of what's
I don't know
leased?
if I don't know if I sent out what's
Oh, okay.
loaned and what's owned by the city.
Okay.
So we have a deep mention to our budget.
Yep.
So that's good.
Excuse me, we have a couple 100,000, so I think we're in good shape.
But we do have some pieces that need to be fixed.
Yes,
Oh, that's the other. Thank
That's
you.
expensive.
okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The animals in front of the library have been picked up by the preservation
Yeah.
company, so they are currently being
Great.
fixed. When they're fixed, they'll come back and put it back in, and then at some point they'll schedule when they're gonna spruce up the fish out in front of the library, which they don't actually need to remove. They'll just
That's
do that
great.
outside. So.
That'll be a good conversational piece for little kids.
And the musical, the red musical piece at Lincoln Park is very damaged. I think we talked about that one, haven't we? And
So the plan was to let the preservationists try out fixing the first 2 pieces, make sure they do an
Okay,
okay
and then-
job.
And because the other 2 are expensive to fix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 30K.
So we just wanted to, you know, like proof of concept, but I did run into the preservation people at the Palo Alto Arts Center working on a piece and they seem like nice people. I don't know about their work, but they did seem like nice people, so.
The dancer is still where it was.
Yeah.
Very sure.
All right, let's get back to our agenda, and then if you have any other questions for John, we'll throw them into the informational items, we can circle back at the end. I know Terry always likes to
will
make a
move-
motion. for
I
the
will move
minutes.
to approve the minutes of March 23rd, 2023.
Second.
Do we want to just hold our hands up, John, and or say
Sure,
aye,
just,
or?
all in favor, say aye. Any opposed?
I'm so used to the Zoom.
5-0.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
Okay. Before we go into our community pop-up art project, are there any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you, public. All right, receive an update from the community. Pop-up, I put my glasses on, pop-up art project.
Right. Okay, so thanks to John chasing down the city attorney and getting some decision on the general release at events, we were able to, if you could skip to the next one, we were able to get about 40 images.
Wow. That's
So
great.
the group release really gave us the critical mass. And so we have what it takes to go ahead. So if we could go to the next slide. Next, okay. So what I'd like to do is get formal approval from the commission to go ahead, complete the production and install it. The thinking is to focus on the big planters in the Four Corners State at 2nd and 3rd and Main at 2nd and 3rd. Because they've got these big empty planters that are kind of sad looking. And then we would do some additional promotion of just outreach next door, prior and whatever the commission has contact with. And then amazingly, this morning, I got another release come in and I'm going, no, because everything, that's an aside because of the timing, I actually sent everything to the production, figuring that if the commission is reluctant, that's okay by me. I may add a few more images in time for Father's Day, won't be in time for Mother's Day.
Great.
But it was the cute one of the really tall, skinny gentleman with the little, and the two of them in tutus. It's a really delightful image, and there's no way I'm gonna not include it if I can. So that's the additional images. One other thing that did come up, so I was downtown over a few days ago, sort of just trying to figure out what sizes to make things. A lady stopped by and yelled at me. Not quite, she calmed down. She says, you're just putting up more junk. And the city is not unified, it's ugly, all these posters coming up and we're just sticking up more posters. So I had a discussion with her and she was eventually okay with it because I said, it's only temporary. So I don't quite know what to make of it. But I thought I would alert the commission to that.
Thank you. You can't believe how many people don't like everything.
I think it's gonna be hard for people to say they don't like pictures of
Little kids.
families and little kids. I do know visually, we've got art downtown, we in Arts Los Altos, we have the parklets, there's just visually, there is a lot of noise when you drive downtown, so
Right,
I
and
do see their point.
she liked a consistent theme, so she didn't really even like the planters. And she thought, I think she would have preferred just all very clean teak benches only. But she,
Tell her that when there's an opening on parks and art and rec and culture, that she can join us and make her vision a thing, so.
Thank you for dealing with that, and I'm sorry you had to.
That's yeah. it's never
although
fun.
I actually appreciate contrary opinions because I tend to, go fast and go straight down. And, she had some interesting points of view. She actually suggested a good placement for me. When we started looking at the pictures, and she wasn't unhappy with the pictures. She just didn't like the clutter. So, but anyway, so if John, you could move to the next slide. So these are sort of some mock-ups of what they would look like. I chose two sizes, 18 by 12 and 12 by 24. So I mean, it's obviously not a photo there, but
Nice.
the alstroemeria in the planter will probably grow. So I'll have to think of some way to, the question is whether to elevate it before the plants grow in or to leave it standing up higher and wait for the plants to grow in.
How long do we want to keep the show up for?
The plan was to keep it up till at least Father's Day,
Okay,
which would be
June.
yeah, June 18th or something. So
That
that's
might,
Sunday. So
that might not be the tall Ostromerium. I don't know.
I
Because
don't know either.
I think it's the short. But I could be wrong.
Well, in the worst case, that the stakes, the H stakes, so they have quite a long leg,
Yeah,
and I could probably wander by and jack it up a little bit.
yeah.
Next one, please, John. And so that would be what an 18 by 24 would look like in size. Kathy actually suggested this other placement. Where she was saying, well, nobody even sits on the benches, but if you stuck it there, people might look at it. So I tried it and go, oh, that's interesting. So that would take a 18 by 24 space wise, but I have quite a few of those also.
or well, I was gonna say, would one be better on the one, the photo that's on the top right-hand side in the planter, just because it's elevated?
Right, I might put both. I have 39 images, so there are 16 big planters approximately. It's not perfectly symmetric, so there'll be room to put other things, because the city also has these square planters as well, and some of the smaller ones can go in. So that's the thinking. And I would,
A lot of work.
Yeah,
it is more than I thought. But I would propose to go and install it this weekend or Monday, so the 30th or the 1st, because I want to give it a few days before Mother's Day to see if there are any bugs in the system, if things might fall over or whatever. But I think lower might be helpful so it doesn't catch the wind. I don't think we'll have the windstorms like we did, but lower is probably safer.
And just to clarify, this is temporary, but when the exhibit is over, the planters will also be gone, or just the planters will stay?
Oh, yeah,
With the
There's-
flowers, and
yes.
it's just the images that will go, okay.
right.
you.
My hope is that because I got releases from so many people, I know who they are. So my hope is that I can give the pictures
Yeah,
to
that'd be
them.
great.
So
I have a question. So these city planters, my understanding is that the Los Altos Village Association maintains them. And so I'm wondering if we should let them know before we do anything. Okay.
as I understand, I've been in conversation with Scott. As I understand that the big ones, the ones with plumbing in it, are actually maintained by the city. And they only do the square ones and the round ones that are portable and don't have fixed plumbing. They are aware of it, and they said they would be willing to talk to their members, provided the city has given approval to
Okay.
the display. But unfortunately, I probably don't have enough images to cover a lot of their planters along the way. So it would have been fun to have some pop up, but unfortunately that did not happen.
do you have a calendar as part of the slide deck?
I think that should be the last one. Oh, good.
Great.
So we have a no-go decision, I think that's today.
Right. So we're in production.
You have on display from approximately 4:30-ish. It could be Sunday, I believe,
So 18, yeah, so
through like beginning of July, correct?
well, that's more for distribution, so I'm sure some people won't be able to claim theirs in the last go around. I've delivered some and I've mailed off some. So physically, it can certainly be all out of there by 1st of July. Because I think Arts and Wines
But
goes
Arts
now.
and Fun- yeah, they're like the second week of July, I believe, so.
Right.
Maybe a question for my fellow commissioners, is there anything we should do to try and help promote this or get the word out, or? You still have friends on the town crier,
Right,
so.
I will send them a release.
Maybe we can have the city manager in his little blurb, because that's actually a kind of a nice,
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are subscribed to that, but it comes every week and it's a nice reminder of what's going on.
Well, you can put it in that, and then if you all are subscribed to it, you can forward it on to everybody. you know.
Yeah.
It would be nice if the town crier did an interview with you and just talk to them.
No, the point of being a street photographer is to be
You
not.
want to be stealthy,
recognizable.
I know.
So, you know, you sort of hide behind bushes with your long lens. See stuff. So. I
Look at an interview without a photo.
the hope is that this is a format that the city likes. Because now we've had a bit of practice in doing this, then the next year you can do a call for art and put,
We could do some other pop-up.
right, I don't need model releases.
Okay.
So it was interesting. I learned how to do e-signatures as part of the process. But a lot of people just sent me email and said, don't worry about it, you're fine. So
I'm ready to make a motion.
All right, Terry loves to make motions. Terry,
I move that we allow this project to go forward, and we're very excited about it.
oh, good. I'm really excited also. And I actually brought the images, but in the interest of time, you may not want to look at it right now. It's online at that first URL. I just augmented it. And the online version has more images because of the release process.
will you be doing sweeps of downtown occasionally just to make sure none of the pictures have been damaged?
Yes, I will be out of town May 5th for about 10 days. But other than that, yes, I intend to go by, and then also before Father's Day, if I get another load, because I'm going over to the police station next. Because they have the pumpkin carving with a cop. And I want to find out if they had a general release. Because that event is wonderful for parent-child photos. And I only have one release for that. So I may add, let's say 6, 7 new images. But yes, I intend to go by. And my only question is whether to sick one of my friends with the duty of walking around while I'm not there.
Yeah, I mean, you could and let John know if something gets damaged, but and I assume it's that the commission thinks it's okay if you see a damaged piece just to remove it.
Right. Yeah, I doubt if anything, short of vandalism. It's the sign, it's the realtor signboard and the graduation signboard, so it's fairly robust. Waterproof.
Well, we've seen vandalism before, haven't we?
And it'll be there during the pet parade, Mother's Day, Father's
Hopefully,
Day.
because it's children, it should be okay, but.
Yes, we hope
One
so.
And what's
never
the
knows.
address? You said we could see it online?
Yes, I probably should rattle it off. I'll send it out again.
Can you send it to us?
Yes, that page is currently a call for help, so it will get updated into a general welcome to the show. You can find it here and so forth.
Whenever it's ready, it will come from you.
Um,
Whenever it's ready, it will come.
Yes,
from you.
I will send to the commission.
Okay, perfect.
I think I need motion.
Are you ready to second my motion?
Second.
Thank you.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yay, thank you all, commission.
Thank you for all the work.
Oh, it's been fun. It's been a fantastic learning experience, and I really hope the city likes it.
I think they
people
will.
in the city.
And we'll still get the town crier to interview you.
Yeah.
All right, you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting if you want.
No, I regret the public has to go talk to the police now.
Okay,
Yeah, I love saying that. It's sort of like saying, oh, I gotta go shoot the graduation ceremony.
oh, that sounds good. All right, so Thank you so much, and we
Thanks
will
for
look
your work.
forward to seeing all the stuff.
Well, especially thanks to John for tracking down city attorney. We couldn't have done it without the general release.
Thank you.
So, thank you all, and I'll be in touch.
Enjoy the police.
So I'll send John a message once I've got it. So,
And is that your laptop?
yes,
Okay.
it's pushing the chair and then.
Okay.
Okay, thanks again, folks. Have a good one.
John, we have nobody still online, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I don't have to ask for comments from the public. Okay, agenda item 3, community center art. One of the fun things we get to do is review submissions that could go on the walls.
Um,
Do you know the total number? I think it was like 20 or 22.
22.
Yeah.
Now, are we limited by a certain number or? is it-
I think the most we've had is 17 in the past. We have extra with, I think they're called tails that you attach to the hanging.
It's super simple. to
Yeah.
do.
Okay, so there's room for all of them.
And I did.
There's no cap right now.
I will say that, so there's 22. The first
It's like
10,
they're
the first
multiple.
10 are the same artist.
Right.
And then there's at least one that is a stained glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one worried me.
I don't know that it'll be able
Can
to.
you put it, is there a window that we could put it on or is that too complicated?
No, and I don't think that installation will work, because I don't think it'll hold it. It's not, I don't think that stuff's strong enough. I'd hate to have it held on. forever.
Yeah, I don't want to be responsible.
Maybe the artist could install it or do you think that they would be?
Well, the call for entry specifically said that the artwork had to be delivered in a hangable, with what be hung. So if it's not hangable, then we're not going to be responsible for.
Well, I think it's probably hangable. I'm just not, I don't think that those wires and that plate up.
I think they're geared for either 50 pounds or 100.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got the heavier ones, not assuming that we had knowing we had no idea what was coming.
Well, I'm willing to try to hang it if we wanna.
So then, John, you've got a point that the first 10 entries are all the
Right.
same artist, and they are very colorful and very, happy, but are we comfortable taking 10 entries from the same person?
I think I am. I mean, I don't know, because, if we were looking at multiple artists trying to get in and get a place, that would be West's thing. But if we can accommodate all of them, I have to say, this is the first call for art. I've liked everything.
Yeah, I was very, very happy to see that we got so many entries.
I mean, they're super colorful.
There's one I don't like. Oh, I don't like career.
Like that.
This one?
I didn't understand. Yeah.
I don't like the title. If it was just flags.
Career,
it'd be
it's
fine.
career path.
Yeah, I don't like.
I'm
that.
not even, what's the top flag?
No. It's Iranian.
You right? Are you
So-
sure? I think it has green in, really? You're 100% sure?
No, I'm not 100%.
So this
It's because I don't care about those flags. Sorry.
It's political then. so
Yeah,
then
it's
we can't
political.
do
See,
it,
that,
so-
Okay,
the
I
problem
just-
is that's political.
I did.
Yeah, I don't think we can have that.
What does it mean?
It's
We don't
a
know.
flag of, I think, South Korea.
Does what?
That's South Korea.
South Korea.
It's what? I didn't.
South Korea.
Oh, South Korea.
So
Um,
other than that, I have no problem with all. of them. That's the only one I
And
didn't like.
that one is the number 4, and that's the same artist.
Yeah, that's the same audit.
Well, that one looks like it's 3 different
It's 3 different items.
sets.
I think, yeah.
They look like they're small too. Do we want to tell the artist that we'd love to have all the pieces except that particular one?
Oh, what, and I remember seeing that round thing. Can you just go back up to 8, John? Is that glass
That's
or?
the stained glass.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you meant the other one with the girl. I thought that was stained
I
glass.
don't think that one's stained glass.
It looks
I
like
think
glass.
it is stained glass.
Let me call it the actual entry.
It
Sorry.
looks like stained glass to me, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, that one.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's not.
I thought that was.
Which one?
What would it sound when?
It does the most. So it could be painted. like
I don't think it is.
What's that called?
a career path.
No, reflecting on our dream.
A moment in time, there's one that we thought might be stained
Oh,
glass.
right. I'm-
Yeah, reflecting on-
Uh,
Yeah. This looks like a piece.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't say what it is.
None of them say the
But
meaning.
it looks like steak.
Well, yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the actual submission.
Oh.
Cause where we asked for a brief description, the artist did not include a brief description.
Did not give it.
The other one is a moment in time, right?
Yes.
And that one says an original stained glass art.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this,
Yeah, I think that's a painting because it has a shadow, the reflecting.
Right, on paper on the background.
Well, and then if we're gonna, I don't know about this one, then the planet. Is
It
that
looks like
clay?
they're all separate.
Should we just go one?
Yeah,
Let's do one by one.
Can we go one by one? Okay.
okay. Let's start at the top.
yes,
Okay.
I say we use
I like
one,
that.
yes, okay. Two, yes. If anybody disagrees with me, say so. Three, yes.
What is that? My addiction, yeah, was it,
Pizza, come on,
is it?
I
yeah,
thought it was like mucus.
that's
Like,
pizza.
it looks like coronavirus.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't sure really. So is it in the description of number 3, is there a description?
No.
Cause it says my addiction, which
It
means.
looks like it's
Is it a
painted on. It's mucus, I guess.
But there's no description, huh? If it's
Well, oh,
drugs or something.
well, what if it's COVID? Maybe we need to not do that one.
It'd be nicer if we knew some context.
I'll see if I can find some information about it.
Are you looking at the art?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Rick Arnold.
Let's maybe say 3 is a tentative.
Yeah,
It's a baby.
Number 4.
Four
I
is
think
a no.
we'll know.
For political reasons.
yeah. Five, I love.
5 is a positive.
Yes, that's,
Pleasant, yeah.
6 is good.
Very nice.
7 is really
Mhm.
good. 8, yes, but I think we have to tell the artist if it is stained glass and we are troubled hanging it, that we won't include it.
I can't remember, did we give them a theme to work through, or is it do what you want?
Yeah, we did. It was called a moment in time.
What?
Yes, it was a moment in time was the
A
thing.
Moments in time.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is reflecting on our dream, which I guess is.
Surfboards.
Santa Cruz vibe.
I love that one.
Did the artist include, sizes on these pieces as well?
Yes. Is there one that you wanna know the size?
I'm curious about that. I think it was number 3, the green pizza.
I like that.
So it's 6 inches by 6 inches.
Okay, so it really is.
Oh, 6, that's very small.
Okay, so this is the current one we're looking at, number 10 is also a flag. Does the title,
I don't like the title, but
Unwavering patriot.
I think, I mean, we have a flag in every
Yeah.
city hall.
Yeah.
So I think it's,
okay,
should be non-controversial.
no. Maybe because he's got the waves and stuff, maybe it's a pun on words. I
It's
don't know.
probably a pun.
I think it's a pun on words because of the way, the way it's waving and stuff like that.
And I'm not able to find any more context for the pizza.
the 6-inch pizza.
We could ask him what he means.
Yeah.
Can we ask him to give descriptions?
We did ask people on the
did-
entry form, like, could, if you could please, explain.
Is
Yeah.
6 inches by 6 inches too small, Monica, for our thing? Maybe we can just say no.
We could just say that
Let's just say no
we
because
say
it's
that
kind
we,
of
that the Arts
Okay.
Commission reserves the
Okay.
right to choose the artwork
Does
that's.
anybody
displayed.
disagree with me on that?
No,
It's
I think
kinda
it's
small.
not. It's very small. It's what you were showing is a foot.
It's,
Half of it.
it's not very exciting. I think the other one.
Okay, I love the koala bear.
Okay, well, they're number 11.
You want me to see, make
Really
sure all the
talented.
others are not super small?
Yeah, that's actually.
Sure.
Oh, this is different. Oh, this is different. Yeah.
There's 10.
Oh, This is Alexis. Oh, this is Renee.
Yeah, I like the koala bear.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 by 12, 11 by 14, 36 by 4. They said no on that one. 36 by 24.
Well, that's big.
36
Good, I
by
like those.
24, 24 by 12. 18 inches round, 24 by 36. 6 by 6.
Gonna look good. Rebecca.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of color.
Yeah, it's gonna look good. I like it.
Oh, he's cute.
Okay, so
Very
oh,
cute.
11, yes.
How big is this one?
I think it would be really nice if we had a little blurb from the artist, you know, in museums, you have a little blurb about the artist and a little about the work.
Well, that was the reason I
After
said,
the description.
and in the past, sometimes we've gotten stuff, this time.
Didn't give size?
I'm
Oh,
getting there.
Maybe we could just ask them again so that we could, then tell them we want to just print it out. You know, we'd like to.
When you bring the art in, we'd love to have but the problem is then how do we? How do
But
we,
yeah, we already have,
how do we,
create the labels. Creating
Yes,
labels is
right.
Always a.
Oh, I see.
I'd be willing to work on the labels. I mean, if we were to get
Oh,
verbiage.
good, because I always get stuck with the.
I could do the labels. I mean, maybe
Because-
I could work on. it
Yeah,
together.
okay.
Yeah,
Mary Jo in the,
you figure it out, yeah. And we probably have to write it too a little bit.
so, the Mary Jo in Parks and Rec has, ordered.
yeah, she has a great thing that she
Um,
does.
Label holders, so let me just get the measurement.
So this is 16 by 20. It
Great.
does have a description.
Oh.
It's Davy the koala.
Mhm.
I painted this koala on the 3rd anniversary of my little brother David's death, who passed away in 2020.
Oh,
At the age of 45. He lived in Australia and volunteered at the Moreton Bay Koala Rescue in Brisbane, Australia.
That's a great story for
That is a
to
great
let people
story.
know what it is.
That's a
I love
nice
that.
write-up,
idea.
though.
Yes.
And then maybe a little bio about her, so.
Yeah, but I think Renee it's a guy. I think 2 E's is a woman now.
Oh,
I think.
Renee?
I couldn't figure out how to do the accent mark.
Oh, yeah.
in the last E.
Oh, there is 2 E's. There are 2.
No, sorry, the second, E,
Oh, I see the second. Yeah.
the E at the end. Sorry.
You don't have a French computer.
John, if you could ask, the previous artist's name was.
Rick Arnold.
Rick, if you could ask him to provide, blurbs about the inspiration for each piece that we've chosen of his, that would be great.
And do we want little bios or as well? Like this person lives in
If they
Los
would-
Altos.
Yes, yeah.
Or what do you guys think? Too much? Like, is that
Too much.
personal, too personal?
Well, if they want to fight it, I mean, I think it might be just a little blurb. And the thing is, maybe Don and I could work on what it says and the length. And then we can make a decision or make
Sure, you could edit it.
back to the commission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it adds a lot.
Well, the idea is we're probably gonna be hanging this in the next week or two theoretically, so,
We can always add those later.
yeah. If
We could
change
do a
the
quick
labels.
turnaround too. But I agree. I mean, the museums I've been to, the ones that have the description about the art and context, it really has an impact, like what you just read, John. That was amazing.
Yeah. I think that's
Yeah,
what-
it was. Actually, I'm thinking maybe instead of doing, next to each one,
Mhm.
we just have a piece of paper for all of them, number them,
Oh, that's
and in that way, we
Yes,
hand them out.
that way it
Scan
would look
chart.
much better, because I
Yeah.
was worried there was gonna be all
Yeah.
these labels.
That's a great idea.
And
And
let's do that.
we just have it there for people to take with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can do also the Scantron, if that's possible.
Or,
Yeah. QR code.
QR code. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there should be at least. The name of the piece and the artist should be pretty.
On the label, and then we can have the paper.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if we can fluctuate
Okay,
The next one?
let's go on to the next.
Yes.
that's
Yes.
Have we had, okay.
the same
that's
artist.
Same
Okay.
artist.
Megan, so that's probably another person.
She's gonna tell you. John's gonna tell you right
Trying
now.
to tell you. So this is 18 by 24. This is
Huge.
my daughter Megan, age 5, acrylic on canvas, candid moment of her watering the flowers in the backyard.
Oh, beautiful. So another thing about the larger pieces is, we have clips, so we have the ability to hang like 2 paintings on each tail. Or 2 works of art on each tail, so.
And we're gonna group them by artist, or what do you?
Well, we don't, we just, what we do is we just put them all out there and then we kind of mess around with them and then we,
That sounds better.
yeah. We don't really group them
Yeah.
at all. We try to, before they weren't as colorful, so we tried to get, less colorful ones interspersed with colorful ones, but it looks like we're just gonna have a lot of great color this time. I love this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Is there a description on this one?
Let's see if I can find it.
If you open the manhole.
Yeah, and within the lake, it's really nice.
Yes.
It's a mixture of nature and city and.
I didn't even get that until you said that.
Their original composition and content, a surreal painting that highlights the absurdity of today. It is 37 by 37.
Okay.
Not sure if it fits with a moment in time or moments in time, but. Okay,
It's good enough.
yeah, I like it.
Okay.
The absurdity of what? Today's. time?
Today's
Absurdity.
world.
Yeah. Okay. This is
I love the village walk.
which one?
Yep.
And so weird to get so many that are colorful. like
I know,
that.
it's crazy.
This one
We're
is
so lucky.
17 by 13. Inspired by a photograph I took on a walk in a tiny village outside of Siena, Italy.
Oh, Sienna,
Sounds beautiful.
it's gorgeous.
That's-
It's where my grandfather went to.
Oh.
That's cool.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful.
This one is the trail.
I love it.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. This is 11 by 14. And it does not have a description.
I think we like this one.
We like
I
it.
think you're walking. Yeah,
Wow.
I think. Yeah, it draws you in.
This one. Of planets. This one I think let me see if I can find it. Seemed like there was one that was,
Looks like clay.
That's a female.
So it's 3D.
Yeah. So brief description planet, is planets in air dry clay.
And they're stuck on a platform. Maybe we put that down on a.
We've got-
Surface?
Well, the problem is we have a wall.
We just have a wall.
Oh, there's no
Yeah, no.
horizontal surface.
No,
We like it, but
yeah, this one might.
can't be hung.
Well, if they're all glued to.
If he wants to glue them to a
Canvas.
canvas
hangable.
or a piece of wood that he paints or something like that.
What's it on?
It's just on the ground or on a table.
It's not on canvas?
I think it might be safest to say no on this one.
So it's not the painting or
No.
is that individual?
Actually, I'd like to find out if he could attach it to a board, because I think it's fun.
All right, I've been overruled.
Anybody,
It's on
anybody
paper?
say no?
I agree, because that's his only submission.
Yeah,
And it's probably a young person who did it. so-
and his name is kind of fun. So,
Jacob?
2 boys. It's two
Two
first
boys.
names, 2 first names. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, I
think
mean,
it's a little boy.
I don't want to discourage if it is a younger person that, you
Yeah.
know, I don't want to.
The artist is 6.
Okay. Oh,
So
Charlie.
ask his mom if he can attach it to
I'll
some,
reach out to him.
yeah, thank you.
And planet Earth is represented, so.
And actually,
we're included.
if he uses that stuff that you buy at Home Depot, what's it called? I can't remember. It's like just 2 pieces of tape. It's
Oh,
not
like- oh, yeah,
double-sided tape,
double-sided
but
tape.
it's way stronger than double-sided tape. It's on TV. I don't know the name of it.
Does he have any measurement on the form? Like how big this would, is it gonna be like this big when it's all?
He didn't have any.
Okay. So I think the recommendation is if they can
I'll reach out.
attach it to something that's it's
In the
has the
same
ability to hang.
kind of circle that he's got it in. I think that's very cool.
What is it on right now? Just paper?
It looks like it's just on the floor.
Yeah, or
or
a tabletop or something,
Tabletop.
yeah.
And these are individual paintings?
No, they're
No,
clay.
Or they're clay?
Okay.
Oh,
So
I
the
see.
next one, which I believe is stained glass.
This is the stained glass one.
This is nice.
The title is our,
I know.
our theme.
Oh,
Got
for
it,
killing
right.
us.
I say we take it and just see if we can.
Yeah.
And see if we can hang it. Tell her, we want it, but it does to come in a frame. I think it must come in a frame. It needs to be in a frame so we can hang it.
Or if it's sometimes stained glass on the top, there's like a chain to hang it.
Mhm,
behind,
yeah.
so-
Yeah. As long as there's something to hang it with.
So this says it was 36 by 30.
wow, that's really big.
They're
Um, An original stained glass art inspired by the artist's daughter and her dog enjoying a moment in time overlooking the sunrise in Lake Tahoe.
Oh,
It's
Pieces
adorable.
over 360 pieces.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Cool.
I do like it as long as we can hang it, and if it's 36, as long as, we may have to use 2 hangers to
Yeah.
hang it, so that,
We'll figure it out.
See what I can do.
does she, oh, yeah, okay, never mind.
We figured out all those other ones.
This is the next one.
Yes.
cute.
Wow.
That's very beautiful.
Yeah. It's thought provoking.
This is 18 by 15. A young girl was sitting with her father in a restaurant. Her appearance and expression were lovely as she waited almost patiently for what was to come. My children are adults, and this moment made me hopeful about possible grandchildren to come.
Oh,
That's nice.
So,
Yes.
so this is 30 by 40.
Great. I love all these big ones. It's
Uh,
so great.
An abstract oil painting that features a vibrant orange background evocative of the warmth and energy of the spring season. Brush strokes are free flowing and fluid, creating a sense of movement and dynamism.
dynamic.
No, dynamism. The painting's various colors and textures suggest the myriad experiences and sensations associated with spring, the warm sun, the gentle breeze, vibrant new life that emerges during this time of year.
Cool.
I do like the,
Nice
it's
item.
abstract.
Next one.
Oh, that's
This is the Olympians.
Oh, that's our sculptures.
What did you say?
The Olympians, I think that's the
Yeah.
title of the sculpture.
Yep.
Olympic
Olympic
wannabes.
wannabes,
Olympic
wannabes.
wannabes, Olympic wannabes.
Where do you?
It's across the
That's right
street.
across the
It's
street.
the,
I see, okay.
yeah, the sculpture.
So they're in the park.
No, it's.
Oh, I see, it's people, okay.
They're in the
Is that
park, but the
watching
funny part is,
The sculpture is actually installed, yeah.
the funny part is the house behind is not a house. It's those
Condos,
condos.
yeah, the house is not correct.
It's fine.
This is 12 by 16.
Cool.
And
That's a
there
yes.
is no description.
Yeah, but like, it reminds you of how art inspires little kids.
Mhm.
Grove,
Yes.
Mhm.
this one is 8 by 16 and no description.
And it's oil paint, like that they say medium, no.
Okay, and then the last one,
I think this artist was in our previous show, had 2 pieces or 1 piece.
Good for her.
I think she was 5 at the time.
Now she's 6.
Now she's 6. Very cute.
okay, somebody's gonna have to convert it. It's 44 centimeters by 28.5 meters.
2.5 inches, 2.5 centimeters to an inch.
Yeah, so
Get our phones out.
20 by
Arizona,
18 by
that's-
10, 18 by-
I don't know where it is, but I guess if I just go into, centimeters to inches. Sorry.
So John, I'm gonna remind you that, when you respond to
So
the,
it's-
Three point, 3.9 inches equals 10 centimeters.
Yeah, so it's 17.3 by,
So it's a foot and a
11.
half,
so 11 by 18.
a foot
Cool.
and a half by a foot, right?
Yes. Yes.
so I'm-
Sold.
sold, I'm gonna remind John that when you email the artist or the guardians of the artist, that there is a reminder that the piece has to be ready to be hung, because sometimes they do drop them off, and I'm one of those people where I'm like, forget it. I have actually contacted parents and put little things in so we can hang them, but, you know, we're gonna
We
have
only
a lot
did
of
that once
pieces.
because we had 2 extra frames,
Yes.
but we don't have those frames anymore.
So,
So you've selected 19 with a 20th that if it can be attached to something that can be hung.
Great, awesome.
John, can you pull up a calendar of the month of May for us, please?
So only one was rejected,
No, 2.
two. Uh, I remember the one, which was
Okay, calendar.
Pizza and the political.
oh, pizza, I remember the other one. Flags.
Don't eat the green pizza.
Pizza
If we
was,
had an explanation, you know, it might
It might have spoken
be
to us
very
more.
interesting and intriguing, but
May 1st is a
It's too
Monday.
small.
too small.
So John, you have not reached out to the artists that are currently being shown yet, have you?
I think I had reached out to him and said, we're kind of
Yeah.
extending the current show.
Okay,
That's what we said.
And we get back to him and let him know when to come pick it up.
okay. Are you aware, and last time I wanted to take a show down, Mary Jo said that there was, I think, a book sale or something that weekend they wanted.
There's a book
Okay.
sale this weekend.
Okay, so, nothing that you know of, if we have a day or two that there's nothing on those walls that,
No, not that I'm aware of.
okay. So I know as soon as John gets back to his office, he's gonna email everybody saying, bring the pieces in, but we have to give people like about a week to get the pieces in, because people have busy schedules and such. So we're probably looking at trying to install either the week of the 8th or the 15th. Maybe more the 15th, just to give a buffer. And give us time to make labels and all that. I can look at my calendar. I mean, I could take stuff down on the 12th. Hand it over to part, because so what we do is the. folks
Yeah, I
that-
can do the 12th too.
the-
do you
the-
need help?
I think the two of us it's not too many, we can probably get it done. The Park and Rec folks, they store the stuff for us, so people drop it off and they put it in the back room. And then when we take shows down, we also hand off the items that have been taken off the wall and give it to them. So they act as the gatekeeper and work with the public who are dropping and picking up, so. And I know Mary Jo, I called her, but I think she's on vacation. John, you might know. Because I know she also wants to spackle the walls in case there's any damage, like things hitting the walls, so I think it's time to do that.
Okay.
So we're looking at maybe the Monday
So
15th.
ask them to drop off or deliver by 5 PM on May 12th.
Are you guys open that Friday?
The
Is that
community
a-
center is, yeah.
Okay.
And then.
Okay.
The ones that are currently there, I'll tell them they can come pick up starting May 15th.
Okay.
And when will you be ending?
Do we want, for those who don't work, do we want it probably like 11 o'clock? Everyone is invited to see the,
And those of us that work that can remove things
sorry.
off their calendar.
yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, I know some people, you do work that you might have jobs that are not as
On
flexible,
the 12th,
or on the 15th.
15th. Yeah, I'm Could help.
At 11?
Yeah, let's shoot for 11 o'clock, and usually it takes us maybe about 2 hours-ish. And I think the thing that takes the longest is just lighting stuff up on the floor against the wall, deciding what goes with what. The good news is because everything's a different size, you don't have to worry about the spacing between each piece, because when they were all the same size, you had to make sure the spacing was exact, and that was workers.
Said 11, right?
I'm thinking 11.
Okay. I'll try to make it.
Oh, I don't need that many people. But you can all come.
I can go work on the monkeys.
You can get us some green pizza for lunch.
Yeah.
Stuff not to eat. All right. And John, you'll talk to Mary Jo as far as if she needs to do any spackling and warning staff that things are gonna be submitted. And people will be picking up.
Okay.
For the labels, do the two of you want to work on the label? We'll have Mary Jo talk to you first. The size of the, we can even go over to the.
We're not
label
gonna do
holders.
labels, I don't think.
We're gonna do the page.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
do printouts.
Okay.
But we need all the descriptions first.
We can do-
And John, we need to order a new, what do you call it, the plastic, the banner with the name of the show.
Paper, we could have like a screenshot of each piece of art and then a description
I
right
think
next to it.
do.
Good. By the way, do you want to do this? Cause it's your idea.
Oh, no,
We would,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna email her, Joe.
yeah, because otherwise we would have to number them.
Yes.
I don't know what she's
When-
done, if she's taken some of that stuff out of that box.
When we bought all the hangings here, we bought with the hopes that we could maybe get another wall like at the senior center or something.
Got
So
it.
we overbought.
Okay.
But you're right. we should double.
I know. I'll just have to be outside my house at 7:30.
John, you'll order us a new vinyl for the show? Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna bring some color to the community center. All right, next on the agenda, community art engagement. Receive an update from the subcommittee and discuss potential community art engagement opportunities.
Potential, I think at the last meeting, we decided on a date, which was in October. And so, and we talked about painting pots, and Commissioner Moore and I need to meet on that, but I think the plan is that we're gonna come back to you all with a couple of options. And then once we have your approval, then we'll go ahead and we'll just set up a schedule and get it done. But the good news is, the most important thing is, and the hardest thing was getting the room. So,
And refresh our memories, it is in
October 13th.
October, okay.
yeah, October 13th, and then, yeah, so it'll probably be a fall/Halloween kind of thing. Right? Over.
All right, moving on to art at City Hall. John, I sent you some slides. So the subcommittee has met and so for Dana, you weren't at the last meeting, so just to give you a background. We actually did a little field trip outside, looked around, worked with some art around City Hall, because it needs a little bit of bling, so. In the years past, before they remodeled, we used to have some rotating art shows on the walls here, but these are acoustic, if John has reminded me all the time. So we are not allowed to hang anything back here. So
Or
our,
anywhere, because all this is acoustic.
yeah, I mean, we could put maybe a little something on the wall, but there's not really any space to put anything in here.
So the idea is to put it somewhere else.
Somewhere else. So the subcommittee met and thought maybe let's do the staircase. There's a lot of ideas of either painting, or putting mosaics. John, could you hit the button? All right, just wanted to give a couple examples from San Francisco. Here's an example of something that's been done recently where they took a staircase that was kind of drab and sad and jazzed it up with tiles. Okay. another example of two artists, 16th Avenue tiled steps. A little bit of.
You know, that
color.
was along on the staircase, but
I know.
if you just look at, you know,
This
the-
is painting,
first.
right?
These are either
Those are-
painting or.
those are mosaics, I
Tiles or
think.
mosaics.
Oh,
And I looked, I don't see any examples like in the peninsula of doing this, but I thought having a little bit of color outside could be a lot of fun.
I think Stanford has some, but I don't know where, because
Okay.
I've walked the campus a lot, but I don't really know where anymore.
And here's an example of,
I love
another
that.
example in San Francisco. I've never seen this one, but it's pretty spectacular. So
where do you have an idea where to put it?
right outside.
These stairs.
And forgive me, I should have counted the number of steps we had.
These leading up here?
Yeah. And I have looked, we are allowed to, we'd have to check with our lawyer, but the ADA ramp, there's nothing in the laws that says you can't decorate
Decorate
that
it.
as well. Because I feel like if we do the stairs and not the ramp, is that like, are we discriminating? I don't know.
No, but I think if we do the ramp, we just gotta make sure it's not something that's slippery or
I'll say
That
that,
makes
that
it
is not
harder.
the ADA ramp.
Oh,
the ADA ramp's over here.
oh, okay.
Yeah, the ADA ramp's
That's,
over here.
that's just a gentle slope.
Oh, so we could do the gentle slope as well. Okay.
As long as
It
it's
would
not
be here
slippery.
and
Yeah,
here,
that's the-
both.
No, she's just saying that.
I don't think we should do the ADAs.
Oh, just
There's
this.
No, no, no.
I agree.
The 80, if we have
This
the
one
gentle
here.
slope
Yeah.
over, right over here
Yeah.
and the stairs, I think that could be fun. So my suggestion is we pull a number out of our hat and we, let the subcommittee maybe work on a call for art and present it for next time.
That'd be great.
I have,
Have people design it.
I have never commissioned something like this before, so I'm guessing 15 to 20K is, I'm looking at it.
Well, I'm gonna say something. I think we should check with the city attorney to make, this is a functional thing that could make people trip. So I think we have to have some specs or some kind of guidelines, tile, if there's grout in between, who knows? I just want to make sure that the city's covered.
Lawyers.
But it's not gonna be on the top of the step, it's gonna be on the face of the step.
Yeah, the face of the
Okay,
step.
even so,
But the
But,
face of-
but you do have a good point.
But the face of the step, the only problem is in 10 years, maybe some of the grout will fall off. and stuff
Yes,
like
that's
that.
the
So
thing.
we just want to make sure that, I agree, we should have the city attorney tell us what we can and can't do.
That
And
and
maybe show her some of those pictures so that she,
add to any potential contract that the artist for maybe a small fee, if things crumble, they can come and do some repair work as well.
Do we know what medium we want or not yet?
I mean, it would either probably be tile, mosaic, which would imply pieces of tile or painting. Like I said, I've never.
I like
Commissions
tile
on
better,
it.
but I think mosaic would be safer.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean, you know,
tile is less slippery.
paint.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
mean,
just
the mosaic is
mosaic
less
is, it's
slippery.
just paint,
Yeah.
so I mean, it can't.
And
maybe-
painting would rub off.
They can put sealants, probably.
yeah, I mean, good paint's not gonna rub off. What, I mean, the pavement,
People walking on it.
the lines in the pavement stay for a long time, so.
So as per Dana's suggestion, John, if you could ask, if there's anything we need to be concerned with so that we don't have someone injuring themselves outside. And then, I can try and do some research with the subcommittee and come back.
Cool.
If we have a meeting next time, if not, it looks like we're gonna be merged quickly, maybe we do a special meeting and okay it. Okay, we call for it.
Sounds good.
All right, well, we moved informational items, but do you have any other informational items? Okay, commissioners' reports and comments? Nope, okay,
So there was one thing from the installation this morning that I just will report to you. John already knows this, but the artist had asked whether we could put his URL on the plaque that will go for
Oh.
public arts. And I think that's not something that the city does. And then the second question was, well, could it go on the website? And I don't know if that's possible or
I
not.
probably could.
And then,
just so easy these days to Google something.
Yeah, well, that's, and he actually did say that. He said, well, maybe it's enough that people just see my name. So because he apparently is pretty successful in terms of selling these once they're out and about. Is there anything else that you remember from that?
You probably can take a picture of it now and it comes right up.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Image
no, but
identification.
he and Brian Walker were just so lovely. I mean, and it was hot.
And I think he said it was about $8,000.
I thought it said 10, but yeah,
He told my friend who came there.
yeah,
He said, why don't you
yeah,
buy it?
but his
for-"
sculptures, they sound.
Why don't you buy it? John, could you buy it for us, please?
So, yeah, okay, cool. That was my only report.
Okay, potential future agenda items. The only, actually, I do have one commissioner report before I run into that. Mother Hen and Will You Dance With Me? Do we have any updates on that?
I'll check it on it.
I was wondering if at this point we just leave Shall We Dance alone. I mean, because I actually have seen people, I think I reported out this another day where somebody was taking a picture of their little girl with ballet tutu on. I don't, since it's very cute, say conserve city resources or something.
Yeah.
And then find another sculpture for in front of the dance studio, because they were interested in a sculpture.
I just want to ask about October. You said 13th? Because I had put on my calendar the 14th, which is Saturday. You mean Friday?
Well, the minutes, we can look at the minutes.
Yeah.
I get it wrong in minutes.
Yeah. Did you want it on a Friday or a
No,
Saturday?
like Saturday.
It was supposed to be Saturday.
Saturday is the 14th.
That's what that said.
I wondered if it was the same thing, you know.
No, you're right, Lucy. Thank you for pointing that out. It should probably be the 14th. It's just a typo.
And I heard that we were going to paint at the community center
Yeah.
flower pots.
Yes.
Maybe. I mean, that
Change it.
It's a
may,
possibility.
that may evolve because of the timing. And initially, this was gonna be,
Mayish.
yeah, I mean, we just couldn't get into the community center.
So, no, I just wanted to check.
No,
Yeah, no, thank you for catching that. I missed that.
Maybe use last year's calendar.
Probably true. I gotta get
I-
a phone.
That happens to me. I'm like, wait, this not the right.
I know.
So on potential future agenda items, I wanted to add, possibly purchasing, I don't know what the price would be, a day on the Serengeti, which I think, Terry, you were the one who picked the location. I think it looks so wonderful in that location.
That's great.
And we're coming
Everybody
up,
loves it.
I think we've had it now for about a year-ish, so,
Which
Actually, my
one is it?
Oh.
Which one is that?
it's the, they're not wild boars, they are,
Serengeti?
yeah, Disney had the, with the warthogs.
Warthogs.
Oh, yeah, it's really adorable.
And where is he?
Which park is that?
Mary Me.
Mary
Mead
Mead?
Park,
Yeah.
Fremont, a little grant.
Yeah.
The artist listed $16,000.
That's it.
Would you mind popping it on the screen? Do you have it?
Very good quality.
Oh,
And who was that
Oh,
picture
Susan,
taken
I
by
did.
John?
Well, no, it's
I
from his
probably
actual
don't
entry.
have it because it's.
It's
on
his
my
actual
old
entry
phone.
form.
yeah, it's really hard to.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry.
this one, yeah.
So it's like a
When
parent,
did we put that in, John?
a parent warthog with some babies.
Here, I'll see if I can find a better
Before that.
picture.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't,
it was before that.
yeah, I don't have it in, I have it in my old, I have. it.
That's even before I started on the commission. I don't.
It's
remember what I
really,
said.
really cute.
It's darling.
And it's in the
bronze, it's
spot that's just, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
It looks like the Cubs are going in opposite directions, or maybe it's just, it was hard to see from it.
No, they're following the mom,
Oh, they are. in the
They're
same
kinda-
direction.
you know,
Okay.
Meandering. the pond.
yeah. You know how little things do, they don't really follow exactly.
They have to learn. Oh, there it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
So when they installed it, I have photos of the installation and I assume I'm allowed to send them to Dana and the base came with the piece and it was just quite the show as he, the artist was putting it in place, but it's just such a great spot and, it's a great piece.
It's very
They're
happy.
beautiful together. Would he be willing to sell them
Oh, there are,
It's all one
it's one
piece.
piece.
all one
They-
piece.
they- They're, I think, welded on or something to the
Oh.
base.
Terry,
The
you
base I'm not
would like
thrilled
it.
with. but-
Yeah,
Yeah.
even people that don't like me liked it.
So yeah, I'd like to make that a future agenda item that we discuss. All right, and then at 6:10, let's call it a day or night or
Afternoon.